Draymond Green's message to Karl-Anthony Towns after Warriors-Knicks. Warriors forward Draymond Green sent an unexpected message to Knicks star Karl-Anthony Towns. Draymond Green and Karl-Anthony Towns have an interesting history after some recent comments stirred a bit of controversy in the NBA landscape. After the Golden State Warriors and New York Knicks faced off on March 4th, Green called out Towns for missing the game because he did not want to face former Minnesota Timberwolves teammate and current Warriors forward Jimmy Butler. As it turns out, Towns missed the game because he was attending the funeral of a family friend, and Green faced a lot of backlash from his previous comments. Instead of straight up apologizing, Green oddly defended his comments and did not seem too bothered by the situation. The Warriors and Knicks had a rematch on Saturday night, but Towns did suit up for this one. Of course, all eyes were on the matchup between Green and Towns. The Warriors got the win, but Towns shined with a game-high 29 points and 12 rebounds on 12 to 21 shooting from the field and 3 to 5 from deep. Despite getting into it with Towns the entire game, Green made a very unexpected and interesting statement about him after the Warriors win. "That was fun," Green said. "Really fun. It was good to see KD play like that. Probably the most physical I've ever seen him. Had a little extra motivation, so that made the game fun." Green keeps digging himself into a deeper hole with comments about the situation with Towns, and the odd disrespect toward the Knicks star is not a good look after the previous comments he has made. While the Warriors got the win, Towns had a great game and outplayed Green with his extra motivation. But the entire feud between the two stars stems completely from an uneducated comment Green made.
Bad prime play, Kevin.
Richard, they can beat a lot of teams. I worry about them against bigger teams.
McBride goes coast to coast, scores quickly, but still a .1 remaining. Curry tied up, gets away, and the Raptors, as Curry...
Straight empty possessions to end the game.
To go. That was close to a backcourt. Anunoby gets off the final shot.
The night seemed like you were really ready to do that.
No, it actually just came to me once I laid the ball up. I wasn't really thinking about it. Then I laid the ball up. I turned, I saw Steph. And it was like, Dean, it's time. So, at least I think that's what happened. I don't know, sometimes I just be in the moment and lost. It was fun, really fun. It's good to see Cat show up and play like that. He played hard, played well. He's physical, probably most physical I've ever seen him. Had a little extra motivation, so that made the game really fun. That was great.
Dre, how much better, or do you feel better now in a game like that where it's physical and you have a lot more strength, athleticism on this team? Do you feel better about being able to engage in a game like that?
100%. I think before we just didn't quite have the size to match up to that type of size that team has and physicality that they play with. Now we do. And it makes the game a lot more manageable, a lot more fun to play in. And it obviously gives us I got it. That was nice. Yeah, so I think, and obviously you can see in the wins that, you know, we can stand up to that type of physicality a lot better than we could before.
Starting lineup tonight, you had some moments where you were guarding Karl-Anthony Towns. What did the coaches tell you about what your job was tonight?
It's basically the same than always. Just go there, play hard, play with energy, trying to find the best shots for me or my teammates. But that was definitely a special moment for me because it was my first starting at home, and just to see my name on the big screen and saying from Brazil, number 15, Gui Santos, that was a very special moment for me.
Do you still have those moments that feel like a dream?
Yes, definitely. Especially because the things has happened so quick for me. Like in the beginning, I was not playing that much, but then I started playing more and having more opportunities, and everything I feel comfortable, definitely. But at the same time, I feel like it's a dream coming true.
Congratulations. And one of your fellow starters, Moses Moody, you guys are 18-1 when he is a starter. Were you aware of that stat?
Yeah. I seen that around already, so. he's another great guy. He play hard. He play well. He can shoot the ball. He's a special guy for definitely. And you can see like he started the game with a lot of energy, bring the hustle too, and that show up on the court, show up on the stats, and the winning is most important.
Your head coach set a record tonight with 558 wins. What have you discovered about Steve Kerr's coaching style?
He's a very chill guy. I think he's the perfect balance. You know, when he has to be mad and like scream with us, he does it. But when he gotta be chill and he gotta like just encourage us, he's the same guy. So I'm so happy for him because I know how tough it is to win a lot of these games. But I think when you got staff and you got guys special like he has to coaching, and together with his mentality and everything, that's no other way. Just like winning like he always did.
What was it like seeing Draymond drop a night-night?
It's always funny. It's always good because Draymond is such a energy guy. So when he does it, it's kind of different than Steph. Steph is always more. He's more like, yeah, have a good night. But we like it. We love it in the bench.
Congratulations on the win streak too.
Thank you.
For us, and obviously they ain't had a cat. Some would say he didn't play because Jimmy was in the building. I don't know.
It's like that.
I'll tell you what, though, I saw Cat Pops yesterday at the game, and it's always love. I got mad love for the OG. His Pops is an incredible man. But yeah, they said Cat ain't play because Jimmy came into town, and him and Jimmy had the infamous practice in Minnesota.
Oh yeah.
And so
what?
That's the thing. I don't know.
That's a conspiracy theory says he was hurt.
I don't know what was hurt. I didn't look that deep into it to figure out like what his injury was or nothing like that, bro.
Shit like that be happening, bro. That's the history of the league. Yeah. Shit like that be happening. Like,
absolutely.
Okay, I'm cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Of the game, just in terms of what the officials were letting go, how they were defending you on both ends.
I kind of like that kind of basketball. I think it was consistent on both sides, even though it was more physical than other games that we've seen recently. But as long as they establish style of play and stay consistent with that, we had no problems with it. It wasn't too much, arguing or worried about the calls. It was kind of you settled into the type of game and just try to figure out a way to win.
It looks like you got kind of a shiner on your right eye. I assume that didn't happen at your birthday party?
That would have been a good story, but no. No worries, though. It's the old you should see the other guy joke.
How would you assess Draymond's night-night performance? And he said he looked at you, and it's when he started thinking about it. Did you kind of want him to do that?
Since I didn't score, I wasn't really looking at the clock. I did know he's evolved his version of it since the Minnesota game early in the year. He softened it a little bit. He's brought it down to where a pillow is supposed to really be. He realized he does everything aggressive and with his whole body. So I'm giving that a solid A- effort on the night tonight. That was beautiful.
And one other, you and Steve were both saying 6th seed was the goal not too long ago when it seemed like a far away. Now you're the 6th. Obviously, you've got teams behind you, but 4 is now not too far away. Are you allowing yourself to think about trying to get to the 4 seed?
Honestly, I haven't. I mean, I looked at since we've been in the 6th. That's been a great floor for us right now, knowing that we still don't have any real comfort room or safety net right now. We have to keep winning. I've been locking in on like a streak. We won 7 in a row. So you got to control what we can control, knowing that I know Houston, Minnesota, above and below us they've been playing really well and winning too. So you can only do what you can control, and that's just win as many games as possible and take advantage of this homestand. So been locking in on that, really, not thinking about anything else.
Hi, Steph. When you run those inverted pick and roll actions with Jimmy, are there any unique advantages he creates?
Yeah, he sees the whole floor. He can take up space. They have to make a decision, you know, whether they're going to switch or whether they're going to go under, you know, show and get back to me. There's like 4 different ways you can guard it. But he's very good at just staying under control, making the right play. He doesn't, you could tell he doesn't really look to score as much right now just because he's reading the defense, taking what they're giving him. But having the ball in his hands is usually a good thing.
Thank you.
Steph, you guys are 14-1 over the last 15, and we know how you felt pre-trade deadline. Do you feel a sense of rejuvenation over the last 3 weeks?
Winning is fun, so absolutely. And it's contagious. You convince yourself that you can win on a nightly basis, no matter if it's a 97-94 game or a 130-120 game or whatever it is. Fast pace, grind it out. Like, we've developed an identity over the last 15 that has allowed us to either, you know, have those games where we're just firing on all cylinders on both ends of the floor, or we can win ugly. And a good team usually does that. A good team wins games that we're winning, even, you know, no matter what the schedule looks like. So I'm excited about where we're at.
There was a shot in the first half.
All right, so of course, Steph got a question about, you know, you guys are 6th right now in the standings. By the way, 9-1 in their last 10. Again, a 7-game win streak, the longest of the season. So if it's feasible that you guys could be, the Warriors could be going for the 4 seed, why not, right? When you talk about things within the realm of possibility, the Warriors have to feel encouraged about what they're seeing in the standings.
Of course.